welcome to Trivia. Hooray! And tonight's first question. If you don't know and you just stepped into the classroom, the way this works, there's 4 rounds, 10 questions. They get harder. That's pretty much it. Let's go. Number 1. What's outlined there? It's a very easy question, I hope. And it is what is outlined there. It is your first question tonight. In the very first round, which there will be 4 of. Number 2. How is driving different in London than it is in the U.S.? I'm sure there's more than one way. What's that main reason that driving might be a little more complicated for us Americans over across the pond? Let's go into number 3. It is, who's that character's girlfriend? This character over here on the screen. He's got a girlfriend. What's her name? I don't think they're married. Maybe they are married. It's like Kermit and Miss Piggy. They got married at the end of one of the movies, but they're not married or something, or like they were like staging a wedding, but it's just kind of assumed, I guess, that they're basically married. Number 4. What airport uses the letters LGA as its abbreviation? Again, what airport goes by the airport code LGA? Those are the 3 letters that stand for that airport. Whose flag is that? Which country's flag? It's pictured on the screen. It's number 5, and it's located right here. We are going to hop on over to number 6. What is the name of the cat that loves lasagna and hates Mondays? I don't remember these questions when I write them. I wrote like 3 weeks of trivia the other night. Like, I stayed up super wired, and this is one of the ones I wrote, and I forgot it was on here, so that's why I was laughing when I opened the thing, because I love how I worded this. It is great. Again, what is the name of the cat that loves lasagna and he hates Mondays? That's number 6. That's number 6. I'm not used to wearing glasses, and I thought that was a 4 at first. Oh my god. Maybe this beer is really high ABV. Number 7. What movie is this little girl describing? She's a little girl. She's about to describe a movie to you. Your job is to tell me what's the name of the movie that she's describing. It's very easy, and if you miss it, I'm going to be very disappointed. But that is the question, and here's that clip for you.
Well, okay. The sound people capture robots and drive and sell them in a garage sale, kind of like garage sale, but except they're selling robots. And no one's gonna buy R2 and the shiny guy. The shiny guy always worries. Luke's gonna buy those. And Obi Kenobi's kind of a teacher. He's teaching Luke how to learn how to do his little light-up sword. He has to try to block the little Pokeball. He tried to do it without seeing. Obi Kenobi sometimes moves things around. Sometimes he disappears. Princess Leia got out of jail and out of the spaceship. And they got the big thing that blowed up stuff. We blowed it up together. It blowed up Princess Leia's planet. But don't talk back to Darth Vader. He'll get ya. It's an exciting movie.
Number 8 is, who's the dapper fellow pictured there? There's a dapper fellow over here to my right, I think my left on your screen. And who's the dapper fellow pictured is the question. That's the wrong answer, dog, and you're not supposed to shout answers. What number is measured as neutral, what number is neutral measured at on the pH scale? Again, on the pH scale, what number is neutral measured at? That's number 9. Number 10 is who's this band or artist? Who's this band or artist? Hopefully they don't say it in song lyrics, but hopefully you know it anyway. And that's number 10 is who's the band or artist. Those are all your questions on the screen. And here's that song for your number 10 question.
I like big butts and I cannot lie. You other brothers can't deny. And when a girl walks in with an itty bitty waist and a round thing in your face, you get sprung. Wanna pull up tough, cause you notice that butt was stuffed deep in the jeans she's wearing. I'm hooked and I can't stop staring. Oh baby, I wanna get with ya and take your picture. My homeboys tried to warn me, but that butt you got makes me so horny. Ooh, rumpa smooth blue skin. You say you wanna get in my bed.
What is outlined here? And that is Texas, the state of Texas. Number 2, how is driving different in London than in the U.S.? And that's you drive on the other side of the road. Number 3, who is that character's girlfriend? Mickey's girlfriend is Minnie Mouse. Minnie. Number 4, what airport uses the LGA as its airport code? And that is LaGuardia. LaGuardia in New York City. Number 5, that is the country of France. The country's flag is of France, a French flag. Number 6, what's the cat that hates Mondays? He loves lasagna. It's Garfield. Garfield's the answer. Number 7, what movie was that little girl describing? It was Star Wars, which is retitled A New Hope, but the original Star Wars. Number 8, who's the dapper fellow picture there? And that is Mr. Peanut. Mr. Peanut. They used to make those in Winston-Salem at the Planners thing in the Whitaker Park. Number 9, what number is neutral measured at on the pH scale? And that is 7. Number 7. Number 10, who is the band or artist? And that was Sir Mix-a-Lot with Baby Got Back. Sir Mix-a-Lot. That's it for the first round. Let's go on to our next round. Number 1 is what ocean is located in that circle there? There's an ocean on the screen. Well, lots of oceans, I guess, technically, but there's one in a red circle. And that's the one I'm asking for. What is it? Number 2. Who is pictured there? Who is pictured on the screen? He's over here. And that is the question for number 2. Number 3. What company manufactured the Zune? Whatever the Zune is, I know what it is. What company manufactured it? It's part of the question, though, so I can't tell you what it is. But what company manufactured the Zune is the question for number 2. 3, number 3. I think it's just an incorrect number on here. But we're moving on to number 4, because you probably already wrote the answer to this. Number 4 is who is pictured here? Who is pictured over there? It's number 4. Number 5. What product was being advertised in this commercial? Again, what product was being advertised in this commercial? Number 6, how many bones are in a normal adult human body? Again, how many bones are in a normal adult human body? And I'm not sponsored by anybody tonight, but I would say if you're a fan of Campus Gas, I know they had to shut down during the quarantine halfway through because they weren't getting enough business, and they could probably, if you like Campus Gas and you want to support them, you might be able to get into contact with them on their Facebook page and then maybe get one of these shirts. Let me show it. This is what's on the back. It's a picture of the building. I'm sure t-shirt sells and glassware sells, so it would help them out. But you can contact them on their Facebook page. They don't know I'm saying this, but I work there for trivia in the normal season, and I know some of you show up there, so maybe reach out to them. Number 7 is, what is this character's name? What's that character's name? He's pictured over there. That's number 7 in our second round tonight. Number 8. What is the name of this character? What is the name of the character on the screen there? He is number 8. Number 9. Which Latin expression, meaning a scraped tablet, refers to the human mind in its primary state? Again, I'm looking for a Latin expression. It means a scraped tablet, and it refers to a human mind in its primary state. And number 10 is who's the band or artist? Who's this band or artist? That's number 10. And here's that song for you. Good luck.
No, I don't want your number, no. I don't wanna give you mine, and no, I don't wanna meet you nowhere, no. Don't want none of your time, and no, I don't want no scrub. A scrub is the guy that can't get no love from me. Hanging on the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me. I don't want no scrub. A scrub is the guy that can't get no love from me.
All right, let's go round 2. Number 1. What ocean is located in that circle? It is the it's not Pacific Ocean. It's the Atlantic Ocean. It's the Atlantic Ocean. Number 2. Who is pictured there? It's Robin Williams, and I miss him. Out of all the celebrity deaths, I miss him one of the most because he really was a really funny, infectious, good person, I thought. Number 3. What company manufactured the Zune? And that's Microsoft. The Microsoft Zune. It's an MP3 player. Number 4. Who's pictured there? It's Steve Irwin, the crocodile hunter. Steve Irwin. Also, rest in peace. He was a cool dude that I like too, and I think he was a good family guy. Number 5, what product was advertised in that commercial? It was Light Bright. Light Bright. I had one when I was a kid, and I loved that. It was great. Number 6, how many bones are in a normal adult human body? 206. 206. The correct answer. Normal being the keyword here, and adult being the other keyword. Number 7, what's that character's name? It is Doc Emmett Brown. Doc Emmett Brown, Dr. Brown from Back to the Future. Number 8, what's the name of that character? It's Wimpy. Wimpy from Popeye. He was always saying, I'll gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today. Oh shit, I almost spilled my beer. Trying not to get cross-legged over here. That would have been disastrous. I'm really glad that didn't happen. Number 9. Which Latin expression, and I needed a Latin expression, which means clean slate was not an acceptable answer, I'm sorry, meaning a scraped tablet refers to the human mind in its primary state, and that's tabula rasa, which I needed both of those words for points. Number 10, who is the band or artist? And that band or artist was our second round, TLC. TLC, Tender Love and Care, as I called them. No, I'm just kidding. But don't go chasing waterfalls, because one of them is dead. I don't know. What is the deal with this round? Everybody in this round is dead. This is, I guess no trivia curses are going to happen, and they've already happened. So, I hate that. But, that's a sad time. Number 2, that was it for the round. Let's go on to round 3. Number 1 is, what film used the tagline, "There can only be one"? Again, what film, it's a movie, used the tagline, "There can only be one"? That's the question for your first question in the third round. But number 2 is, what city is that skyline from? Over here, there's a skyline, and it looks like it's about sunset on a cloudy day. Question is, what city is it? It could be sunrise. I think it's sunset. Pretty sure it's sunset. But what city is that skyline from? That's number 2 in the third round. And just to update everybody who might be interested, if you attended past Thursday's show, or if you didn't, you can look it up on my previous playlist that I've edited for time. I did some fundraising for cerebral palsy research. I don't think I got to announce this because I didn't know it until afterwards, but as of, I think, Sunday, I've raised so far, of my goal of $200 for the fundraiser, $165 for cerebral palsy research. If you'd like to help contribute to that, there's a link over there in the description for the video. It says Move for CP. But we're raising money for early detection research for children for cerebral palsy. And if you want to watch Thursday's show, there's a video on there of a kid that I'm friends with their grandmother. And they're in the video about how their journey was with cerebral palsy. But anyway, that's just an update on the total. So if you guys want to kick in some money, I'm close to my goal. Number 3, who was born as Tom Riddle? I think his full name, now granted I've never read the books, I think it's Thomas Marvello Riddle. That's a trivia right there, which I now can't use because I just said it. But who was born as Tom Riddle is number 3. That's the question. Number 4, who is the stand-up comedian in this clip? It could be 2 minutes long because that's usually what happens when I cut stand-up things because I don't want to ruin their joke. So you might be in for a little good joke here. So hopefully you like it, but it's one of my favorite stand-up comedians, and the question is, who is he? And that's it.
Serious question here. Has anyone here ever seen a ghost? I love ghost stories. Someone once told me and my girlfriend this really scary ghost story about a little boy, and it was so scary, and she gets really scared of ghosts. So I started doing this thing where every now and then we're asleep, I'll just like wake her up in the middle of the night, and I'll just be like, hey, 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 boo, what's that little boy doing over there? And she hates it, and I love it, and I do it all the time. What I'd really like to do though one day is, and this is like something, I don't know, it might be too messed up to do, but she's like the nicest, sweetest person. Anytime I need a drink or something like that in the middle of the night, she's always like, oh, I'll go down and get it. And I'm always like, no, no, it's fine, I'll get it. But what if one night I was like, yeah, can you go down and get it? And then she goes downstairs, and there, unbeknownst to her, I've hired a little boy. And he's wearing like old-timey clothes. And as soon as she gets downstairs, he's just like, Mommy, where have you been? I want to do it so bad, but I can't. I've thought it through. There's like 3 reasons why I can't do it. 1, I would never want to scare anyone that bad, right? That's a terrifying thing. 2, if I did pull it off, I'd live in eternal fear over what the f she was gonna do to get back at me, because I'm pretty sure she's not gonna let that one slide. And 3, this is probably the biggest reason not to do it, she would murder the little boy. Like, the little boy's dead. So, I don't think I can do it.
Oh man, I love him. I got to see him once in Greenville about 3 or 4 years ago. He was really funny. I didn't get to meet him though, but because it was a packed auditorium. Number 5. What city is the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame located in? There's a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I've not been there myself. Maybe one day. We'll see. But what city is that Rock and Roll Hall of Fame located in? It's number 5. Number 6. What is that painting commonly called? I'm not looking for the official title. What is the painting commonly called? What is that painting commonly called? It's just the normal, the easy title, not the hard one. Number 7 is, what team's logo is that? There's a logo over there. Question is, what team's logo is it? It is number 7. Who's this actor? Who's this actor? He's pictured over there. He's also a real funny guy. Who is he? Was he? Number 9. Who was the second person to set foot on the moon? Not the first, but the second person to set foot. How am I saying foot like a Canadian? Set foot on the moon. Who was the second person to set foot on the moon? It's your number 9 question. Number 10 is, who's this banner artist? Who's this banner artist? We got a banner artist coming up. Questions, who's the banner artist? Those are your questions for tonight's 3rd round. And here's that song for you, number 10. Let's go over round 3. I would also like to say, before I start going over round 3's answers, thank you to Yegor, my friend. He donated to the Cerebral Palsy Foundation, and we were able to hit that goal right now. So thank you, Yegor. I really appreciate that, and I'm sure that Margaret and her charity is really going to appreciate that too. So I appreciate that for them. But anyway, let's go on to round 3's answers. Number 1. What film used the tagline, "There can only be one"? It was not E.T. It was Highlander. Highlander is the answer. Sean Connery is in it. And Christopher Lambert, I think. Or is Lambert? I don't know. Maybe he's French, maybe. Number 2. What city is the skyline? And the picture there from it is Australia. Sydney, Australia. Sydney is the Sydney Harbour. Sydney Opera House there. Number 3. Who was born as Tom Riddle? It was not Tom Hanks. It was, in fact, Voldemort, Lord Voldemort from Harry Potter. I did mention, I think, that I had not read the books at the answer, so I don't know why Tom Hanks was the answer for someone. I read the book about Tom Hanks. Number 4, who is the stand-up comedian in the clip? He's one of my favorites. His name is Aziz Ansari. Aziz Ansari. He was on the show Parks and Recreation. He's a really funny guy. And his stand-up's pretty good too. He's also got a show on Netflix called, what is it called? Master of None. It's more of a dramatic and a hipstery show, but it's pretty good. I didn't like it at first, and then it grew on me like really well, and by the end of it I was like, man, this is a really great show. Number 5. What city is the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame located in? It's Cleveland, Ohio. Like the Drew Carey song used to say, Cleveland rocks! But not really. Just for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I'm sorry if you're from Cleveland. That was a low blow to Cleveland. Number 6. What is this painting commonly called? It is Whistler's Mother. Whistler's Mother is what people refer to this. I can't recall exactly the real name, but it's something like number 2 in gray or something like that. Somebody out here might know that. If Matt Taylor's playing, he probably knows. Number 7. What team's logo is that? It's the Detroit Tigers. The Detroit Tigers, baseball team in the major leagues. And my dream, I can tell you now, it looks like everybody knew it was the Detroit Tigers anyway, but last night I had a crazy dream that like they decided to do the baseball playoffs in the COVID lockdown and like just forgo the season, and I guess for whatever reason they started it at like the World Series, and so they were just like, well, the Nats get to play in it again, and then we won a second year in a row. I was like, this is great. It sucks for baseball, but world champion 2 years in a row ain't too shabby. Number 8, who's this actor? He passed away this weekend. He's a really funny guy too. Really, really great voice on him too. Fred Willard. He passed away. I'm not sure what he died of, but I liked him a lot. Number 9, who was the second person to set foot on the moon? It was not Buzz Lightyear, which somebody put. It was Buzz Aldrin, another Buzz, but Buzz Aldrin was the answer. And I'm sure everybody's always happy that I do not count off for spelling, because there were many misspelled answers throughout the quiz tonight. Number 10, who's the band or artist? Who's the band or artist in that? Number 10 in the third round was Third Eye Blind. Third Eye Blind. I think that was their second album, maybe? I don't know. But it was from the Blue Album. We're going on to the final round. It's worth double the points! Double the points. Thank you! I'm so glad that somebody knows the Cleveland YouTube video. That's a great video, and that's awesome that you knew about it. Sorry, I was reading the comments. Double points round starts now. Number 1 is... What's the movie in the clip? There's a movie in this clip. This question is, what's the movie? Here's the clip. Good luck.
You're spending what? 20, maybe $30 a week on your cigarettes?
Yeah. 40.
53. $53 a week on cigarettes. Come on, would you give somebody that much money each week to kill you? Because that's what you're doing now. By paying for this so-called privilege to smoke.
Hey man, we gotta croak sometime.
It's that kind of mentality that allows the cancer-producing industry to thrive. Of course we're all gonna die someday. But do we have to pay for it? Do we have to actually throw hard-earned dollars down on the counter and say, please, Mr. Merchant of Death, sir, please, sell me something that'll stink up my breath and my clothes and fry my lungs?
Now, wait a second.
Yeah, now here comes the speech about how he's just doing his job by following orders. Friends, let me tell you about another group of hate mongers that were just following orders. They were called Nazis.
That's right.
Fucking Nazi. Yeah, and they practically wiped an entire nation of people off the earth, just like your cigarettes are doing now.
I think you ought to leave now.
You want me to leave? Why? Because somebody's telling it like it is? Yeah. Somebody's giving these fine people a wake-up call?
No, you're loitering and causing a disturbance.
I'm a disturbance? You're the disturbance, pal. You know, here, now I am a customer. I'm gonna buy some Chuli's gum. All right, I'm a customer. Engaged in a discussion with the other customers.
Yeah, now shut up so you can
smoke my
speak.
big fat cup.
Yeah, see, he's scared now. Because he sees the threat we present. He smells the change is coming.
You can smell it.
You definitely are the source in this area, and we're gonna shut you down for good. For good, cancer merchant! Cancer merchant! Cancer merchant!
Number 2. What 1980s sitcom was about 2 roommates named Balky and Larry? Again, in 1980s, there was a sitcom about 2 roommates, Balky and Larry. What was the name of that sitcom? It's number 2. Whose flag is that? Whose flag is pictured on the screen? As I dismantle my mouse accidentally. Whose flag is pictured there? It's number 3. To our 4th question tonight's final round. What do the letters DNA stand for? Again, what is DNA? What does it stand for? What do those letters What do they stand for? What do they mean? It's number 4. Number 5 is your question. It's coming to you. It is this one. Who directed that film? There's a poster on the screen. Question is, who's the director of that film? That's number 5. I'm not particularly a fan of this movie. I tried watching it again recently, and I liked it a little better. I was still not crazy about it. Maybe I need to watch... there's like 2 longer cuts, and I'm like, maybe I will like it more if I watch that. But then I'm like, if I don't like it, then I had to watch more of it. I don't know. Another 40 or 50 minutes. If I don't like it, then that's like, well, I think the movie's already like 2.5 hours or something. Number 6. What is the hottest planet in our solar system? Again, what's the hottest planet in the solar system? It is your 5th question today. And our final 6th question today. Did I just say 5th question? It's your 6th question today in our 4th round, which will hopefully be the last round tonight. Your 7th question. What date was this person assassinated on? The person in the photo there was assassinated. What was the day that they were assassinated on? I remember it because of a handy series about it. And it makes it really easy for me to remember. But maybe you don't know that series. Maybe you'll watch that series after this. It's an okay series. I'm not going to tell you who's in it so you can't look it up. Because you shouldn't look up any answers. I hope you don't, because that would be very lame. I would be very sad. I was thinking of a transitional word that I have not used, and I know what it is. We are going to mosey on to number 8. Who played the character Guru Pitka in The Love Guru? There's a film called The Love Guru. Who played the character Guru Pitka in that movie? It is your 8th question. Number 9. What song did Bruce Springsteen win an Oscar for? Bruce Springsteen, he's a musician, and he won an Oscar. What did he win that Oscar for? That's your 9th question in today's final round. Your 10th question is, who's this band or artist? Who's this band or artist? And here's the song for that. I hope good luck to you, and I hope that you score well. Here you go. Let's go over to our, what is this, 4th round. Wake up, doofus. Hey. Show yourself to the camera. My dog showed up for the last round because she was sad that I wasn't around. But this is her. I think some of you know her. Her name's Lady. And she's adorable and so sweet. She was going to sleep on my lap. Number 1. What movie's in the clip? Do you know it? It was Clerks. Clerks is the answer. Number 2, what... you look so nice on the camera just sitting up looking at the camera. Number 2, what 1980s sitcom was about 2 roommates, Balky and Larry, and that was Perfect Strangers. Perfect Strangers, which was on ABC. Because I remember watching Full House and Perfect Strangers the same day and being sad because they ended up canceling Perfect Strangers, and I liked that show a lot as a kid. Number 3, whose flag is that? It's Norway. Norway. It's a beautiful looking country. Number 4, what do the letters DNA stand for? Deoxyribonucleic acid. Deoxyribonucleic acid. I didn't fully count off for spelling as long as it looked like that's what it said. Number 5, who directed this film? Apocalypse Now is directed by Francis Ford Coppola. Where are you going? Francis Ford Coppola. Number 6, what is the hottest planet in the solar system? And that is not Mercury, despite being closer to the Sun. It's actually Venus, which I assume has something to do with their atmospheres, and maybe like how Sun is reflected off whatever their planet is comprised of. That would be my guess, hypothetically. I don't actually know the answer. I have read it, I forgot it, but based on my own theories, that's what it would be, the reasoning. Number 7. What date was Kennedy assassinated on? He was assassinated on 11/22/63, November 22nd, 1963, which I remember because there's a TV series based on a Stephen King novel called 11/22/63. It's got James Franco in it, and this dog is going to fly like Dumbo in a second. Don't bite me. Number 8. Who played the character Guru Pitka in Love Guru? I recognize and understand that it's a bad movie, but I think it's a great movie. I like Mike Myers, though. The only thing I really don't like that he was in was... well, actually, there's a couple things. But, like, I like this one, though. I think it's funny. It's Mike Myers. Number 9. What song did Bruce Springsteen win an Oscar for? And that's Philadelphia for the song Streets of Philadelphia. Again, Streets of Philadelphia. Number 10, who's the band or artist? And that band or artist was the final one tonight. It was Simply Red. Simply Red. And that's it for tonight. Let's see what the scores are. We have 16 points to Broke with Memes. We've got 29 points to Drinking Team with a Trivia Problem. We got 32 points to Team I Don't Know. 33 points to Yakuza Karaoke. I keep thinking it says Banjo-Kazooie. I'm not looking at your team name. We have 36 points going to Zinzendorf's Angels. We have 37 points going to Broke with Kids. We got 40 points going to Double Take. We have 44 points going to 3 teams. 44 points. Going to Slater and Sarah, sometimes Ayla. We just might get lucky. Did I say 3 teams? I meant 2 teams. Did I say 2 teams? 45 points going to Teachers Don't Get Paid Enough. 46 points going to our third place. Space Jam Juice. You guys have 46 points. 47 points in our second place. It was very close at the end. Corvid 4, you had 47 points. And 49 points. Lockdown Funk You Up! Lockdown's gonna funk you up. Ain't that right, Bruno Mars, dog? That's it for tonight. I hope you had a good time. I hope you enjoyed playing trivia, and if you did, maybe you subscribe to this channel. It's right over here. You can hit that bell. It'll tell you when I post a new video. It'll tell you when I'm going live, and all kinds of great things. And like the video too. Like my dog. She might be in some more videos. She's in one of the videos on the channel. She'll be in more eventually. And have a great night. I'm back on Thursday night at 7:30. Friday night at 7:30 we're doing our second public domain movie night. And as suggested by our users, it will be House on the Haunted Hill with Vincent Price from 1959. It's at the same YouTube channel you're watching now. You just pop it on and we can chat about it with jokes or just enjoy the movie. You can do either one. And that's on Friday night at 7:30. Thursday night is trivia at 7:30, and Saturday night is nerd trivia at 8 o'clock. I hope to see you at many of these events, and I hope you have a great week. And if you're feeling tipsy, I do have a tip jar. And thank you for playing. You guys have a wonderful evening. And don't touch my keyboard, dog. Where are you trying to go to another website? Going to Chewy.com and buy some toys? Good night.